Steve, how are you, mate?
Hi, Barnaby. Yeah, I'm reasonably well. And yourself?
Oh no, very frustrated, Steve. Very, very frustrated.
Yeah.
What did you make of that game?
Yeah, it was another frustrating game, wasn't it?
Very, very frustrating. I listen. It's a difficult one, as I've said, a few times. I don't think we necessarily deserve to win that game, but I do think that there was a big turning point in that game that meant it became harder for us to win that game, and that was the not sending off of Lucic in the second half. And I agree with Adrian before. Like, I don't like to blame referees either, and I'm not sure we did enough to win the game, but certainly there are times when you're becoming a good team where you need to find ways to win games you're not playing well in. And I think the referee kind of almost didn't allow us to do that today.
Yeah. I was worried about the game before we even started. A bit like Adrian said, a bit of a makeshift team. And I thought, and I commented to some friends before we started, before the game started, that we looked a little bit lightweight, obviously, with the front three. There's obviously with Solanke missing, and then the midfield. I mean, apart from Basuma, there is nobody robust. It's all very lightweight. So if the referee is going to allow people to be not taken out, but to be forced off the ball and bossed and sort of bullied a little bit, he's going to let it go, then we're going to be on the wrong end of it. And it happened quite a few times, as you mentioned, with that particular player who should have walked earlier.
Yeah, Lucic.
Lucic.
But just to go back to it, I have to say I agree with everything you're saying about the lightweight side, and obviously, I made it about 6 first-team players who weren't playing. Yeah. So at that point, I would agree. I said it at the beginning of the watch along. I don't have a lot of positivity to do with this, but that for me is why it's so frustrating that the second booking on Son, he's gone in like with 2 feet. Yeah. And gone absolutely through him, and I don't really know how the referee can defend it. Do you?
No, not at all. I expected, like you say, to go back to that. For him to go, but let play on, and then go back to it, and then another booking, and he's off. I didn't quite get that at all. I thought the refereeing was generally poor.
Yeah, I did too. Steve, can you find what positives can you find from this performance, though? Obviously, for me, Ben Davies and Fraser Forster really showing that the old guys have still got it.
Yeah, definitely. I again was pleasantly surprised by Forster and Ben Davies. They both played very, very well. But I also would like to sort of give a pat on the back to Dragusin, who sort of didn't really shine in early games for us, but has done reasonably well. And he did some covering on the far side at one stage in the first half, I think, against the fullback when Porro was sort of out of place, and he managed to keep the ball in and play it upfield, and very unlucky with the first header he had, which Leno touched over the bar. Yeah. If he'd have directed it to another side, it would have been a goal. Because we didn't have any aerial presence, because Solanke wasn't playing up front, it was quite pointless. I was thinking it's quite pointless to play high balls or a ball into the box from a corner or a dead ball situation. Yeah. But in actual fact, Dragusin looked quite dangerous with the first header. The second header, wasn't so well directed. And generally, I thought he had quite a good game.
I agree, Steve. Let me just bring in a comment here from YouTube. Be Good Now 5 says, Fulham had twice the number of shots on target as we did. They deserve to win the game, bar that referee's poor performance. Would you go as far as to say that Fulham deserved to win the game? I think...
No. Okay. Sorry, I interrupted you there.
No, it's good. Talk me through it.
No, I'm saying I don't think they did. I don't think they did to it. Listen, if Son had, like he would do in the past, or maybe in a different situation, or if he wasn't, I think, so tired, he would have clinically put that first chance away in the first minute, and the whole game changes. He buries that particularly easy chance, and he gets another one in about the 17th minute, 15 minutes later or so, when he's sort of going around the keeper, and I think he tries to flick it back to Johnson. I don't know exactly what he's trying to do, but it's sort of not really what he would have done in the past. We could have been 1 or 2-0 up in the first 20 minutes. And as I say, Leno made a particularly good save from Dragusin. There's another goal chance. There's other chances we had. Yeah, they did as well. And I think a draw is a fair result. Again, similar to the Roma game, I don't think we deserved to win, although we had chances to put the game to bed.
Okay, Steve, I've actually got a fair few people to speak to, so
Yeah,
I'm going to let
for
you go
sure.
now, but I will speak to you after the next game. And thanks once again for calling all the way from the Czech Republic. Top man.
No problem. Thank you, Barnaby, for having me.
No problem. Thanks,
Enjoy the
Steve. Bye-bye.
program. All the best. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.